Welcome to the 2021 Michigan Library Awards, celebrating excellence in Michigan libraries and recognizing the accomplishments of libraries across the state and the dedication and service of outstanding library staff and supporters. Presented in partnership with the Michigan Library Association, the Michigan Association for Media and Education, the Michigan Academic Library Association, and the Library of Michigan and the Library of Michigan Foundation. Welcome to the 2021 Michigan Library Awards ceremony. My name is Kevin King. I'm from the Kalamazoo Public Library, and I want to tell you why I'm here. I'm here because, I'm one of the 6 extroverted librarians in the entire state of Michigan that would be willing to just kind of do this and improv and be crazy. And there was a lot of pressure from the MLA office to be funny. So I'm going to do my best to live up to their high humorous expectations, because we all know nothing's funnier than the MLA office. All right. So what we're going to do here today is give some awards out. We're super excited about that. And it's super important to recognize librarians and what libraries do for the betterment of the community and our lives. So I always feel like, great libraries are a connection to success. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we make these connections available, make them accessible to people all over, no matter where you are, where you're coming from. And because if we make those connections successful and we give people what they need to succeed in our communities, it's going to lead to a better community. What leads to a better community? A better world. Because right now, in this partisanship hell we're living in, a better world is something we really want. Can I get a thumbs up to that? Thumbs up, people. Thank you. All right. So, as recognized by our state legislation, we are celebrating Michigan Library Appreciation Month throughout October. So nothing scary about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are celebrating how much Michigan libraries should be appreciated by all. So I encourage you to consider dressing up as a librarian this year for Halloween to help celebrate that, the month we are in right now. So, libraries are pretty important places, as we know. If we didn't know that, we might not be sitting here watching this award ceremony. But did you know that there are 5 million Michiganders with library cards? And that's pretty amazing when you think about it. That's like, a lot of people that have library cards. I want to know how many of them have lost their library card in the last 3 months. It's probably about 4.8 million, but, at least they have a card. Over the past year, 33 million in-person visits to Michigan libraries, which is insane when you think about COVID and stuff. But when you think about COVID, we had 55 million virtual visits to Michigan libraries. And we're talking public, school, university, all that. Pretty awesome things. Let's see, 11 million Wi-Fi connections. I mean, these are all stats that you can use. Write them down, go to the bar. People are going to be amazed when you throw these library facts out. I know I'm amazed when I sit here and read them to you today. And then you know that there's 8,000 employees in Michigan libraries. 8,000. 75% of those employees that work in Michigan have sensible shoes, which is really good for the shoe industry. So I'm super happy about that as well. All right. We love that we were able to do this award ceremony, collaborating with all of our partners in Michigan libraries to celebrate Michigan Library Month, Appreciation Month. And we want to make sure that you guys know that working together, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, which, it's kind of a overused saying, but it fits really well right here. The whole is good. Let's be, mindful of that as we move forward in our tonight's celebration of award winners and libraries and this great conference, MLA conference. And, I'm excited. And I got to tell you, winning last year changed my life. It changed my life. And I'll let you know how it changed my life a little later. So sit back and enjoy. And now it is my pleasure to introduce leaders from our host organizations to welcome you to the show. Joining us first is Shannon Torres, President of the Michigan Association for Media and Education, followed by Kate Langen, President of the Michigan Academic Library Association, Roger Mendel, Board Member with the Library of Michigan Foundation, and finally, Kelly Richards, President of the Michigan Library Association. Welcome, Shannon Torres.
Wow, I'm very excited to be at this award ceremony. I am Shannon Torres and the 2021 MAME President. Our mission and vision for MAME is to help inspire, collaborate with school librarians across the state. MAME is proud of the everyday work our members do as change agents and leaders in the schools that they serve. This includes increasing literacy, preparing students for the future, and supporting inquiry through experiences that teach students about themselves and the world around them. Additionally, MAME continues to advocate for equity and access in Michigan classrooms. MAME hopes to see a library landscape that includes certified school librarians in every school. Additionally, MAME is working with MDE on updating library teacher preparation standards and a curriculum of competencies that support the national learner standards. MAME is proud to be a partner organization with the Michigan Library Association, the Michigan Academic Library Association, and the Library of Michigan and the Library of Michigan Foundation.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kate Langen, and I'm the Engagement Librarian at Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Tonight, I'm honored to represent the Michigan Academic Library Association as its current president. MIALA is 340 members strong and was founded in 2015. It is the Michigan chapter of the Association of College and Research Libraries. The MIALA Board of Directors is made up of 11 individuals representing the interests of public, private, and community colleges and universities across the state of Michigan. MIALA's primary mission is to provide opportunities for professional connection and leadership development for all academic librarians, library staff, and library students. We serve as a catalyst for statewide collaboration and as a connector to national academic library interests, as well as educate and inform on the value and contributions of academic libraries. MIALA's annual conference that is held in the spring, our interest groups that meet regularly throughout the year, and our partnership with the Library of Michigan, MLA, and MAME are great examples of how MIALA puts its mission into practice. MIALA is thrilled to participate in tonight's award ceremony to celebrate everyone's accomplishments and contributions to the profession. On behalf of MIALA and the MIALA board, a heartfelt congratulations to you all, and thank you for celebrating with us this evening. Thank you and good night.
It has been my honor to support the State Librarians Excellence Award for over 15 years. The award honors Michigan libraries for excellence in customer service. My late wife, June, and I saw many examples of superior customer services provided by Michigan libraries during this time period, and this year's libraries are no exception. It has also been my honor to serve on the Library of Michigan Foundation board since 2015. The foundation serves to supplement the services offered by the Library of Michigan. In addition to the State Librarians Excellence Award, the foundation also sponsors the Night of Notables, a special evening recognizing the 20 authors selected annually by the Committee of Library of Michigan staff and library professionals for the nationally recognized Notable Michigan Books program. The foundation also funds personal appearances of those authors at libraries across the state. Supplemental funding for the Library of Michigan collection, as well as support for the Rare Book Room, support for the biennial Small and Rural Libraries Conference, and services for children are just a few of the many ways that the foundation meets its mission of support for the Library of Michigan. As we hear the great services and programs of this year's winners, Please consider supporting the Library of Michigan Foundation as an investment in the future of the Library of Michigan and its ability to continue providing excellent library services to the libraries and the residents of Michigan. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kelly Richards, Director of the Muskegon Area District Library. I'm honored to be the president of MLA. MLA's mission is leading the advancement of all libraries through advocacy, education, and engagement. We're a 2,700 member strong organization, stronger together. MLA's vision is to be an indispensable resource and a valued leader and partner and advocate for all Michigan libraries. What a year. Our advocacy and educational events have engaged more than ever. We continue to focus on online meetings, and we pivoted all of our programming to virtual platforms. And we held our largest advocacy event that we've ever had. What's in store for the future? More our Think Space initiative, which is a leadership training program for leaders in the library. MLA is proud to partner with organizations serving the library community, including the Michigan Association of Media and Education and the Michigan Academic Library Association, and the Library of Michigan and the Library of Michigan Foundation. Tonight, we're here to recognize individuals and organizations that exemplify the best of the best. So today, I want to introduce you to Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Thank you, Governor, for joining us today, and we're grateful for your continued support.
Hi everyone, it's Governor Gretchen Whitmer. I'm thrilled to join you to virtually celebrate Michigan's libraries. Libraries are centers of lifelong learning. They foster empathy, drive curiosity, and open so many doors to opportunity. Even during a global pandemic, Michiganders visited their local library more than 33 million times in person and 55 million times virtually. Today, the library's doors are open and continue to offer in-person, virtual, and curbside services, strong and dependable Wi-Fi access, story hours, critical Wi-Fi hotspots, employment assistance, e-book content, and so much more. Libraries are anchors in their communities, offering accessible public spaces, programs, and resources to help keep people connected and create thriving and vibrant communities that are great places to live, work, learn, and visit. This October, I encourage every Michigander to get a library card and visit their local library during Michigan Library Appreciation Month. And for all of you who work in the 396 public libraries, 93 academic libraries, and 888 school libraries in Michigan, I'm proud of your passion and tireless work to advance the mission of libraries in communities, schools, and campuses. Congratulations to all the award winners.
We just watched a video from Governor Gretchen Whitmer. I would like to thank her for her support of libraries throughout Michigan and for the fiscal year 22 budget that now includes an additional $2 million for state and aid to libraries. $2 million. It's a lot of money. So, as I said earlier, I want to talk about what it means to be an award winner and how it can change your life. As you know, I won an award last year, and I usually keep this around my neck on a chain, but it wouldn't get in the shot today. But I got to tell you, I just carry this around and I get into places, I don't have to stand in line. I get automatically upgraded at Starbucks. I just put this on my dashboard and I drive really fast through town. Nobody stops me. It's the way to go. When you win this award, when you win any award tonight, it is your passport to freedom. It's basically just, you can do anything, which is pretty awesome. But it has changed my life. And it's so cool to be a part of the long history of individuals who have won awards, being a part of Michigan libraries, whether they're librarians or trustees or board members or volunteers, library staff. It's super important to honor them. And I'm really pleased to be one of them. So tonight, we've got 12 awards and 9 outstanding individuals who will be recognized for their work in school, public, academic libraries, and 3 whole outstanding libraries. So I'm super excited to get going. I hope you're ready to go. I hope you've got your snacks next to you. You've got your adult beverages or your non-alcoholic beverages. You're ready to sit back, relax, hear all these great award winners and the people introducing them. So, and now let's just get on with the show. Let's go. Let's just go. The Heart of the Champion Award recognizes a library supporter who has shown an exceptional commitment to libraries or the library profession through continued advocacy and supporting or providing funding for their local library. Now, to introduce and unveil this year's recipient of the Heart of the Champion Award, welcome Ruth Steele.
Hi, I'm Ruth Steele, and it is my honor to introduce someone that is very special to me and to our library community. It all began 29 years ago as he advocated for his township to become part of our district library. Once that was accomplished, they asked him to be on the board. And then it wasn't long after that that he became the board chairman, a position he holds to this day. For almost 3 decades, he has been the guiding force behind many improvements in the facility and services of our library. His area of expertise is caring for the facilities. Back in 1996 and 97, we had a renovation here at the library, and he was here daily to make sure everything was done properly and well, and also lend support to the director at that time. He is always considering the needs of the library patrons and the community to ensure that we are providing the best service possible to one and all. He is not afraid of change, especially not technological change, and he is willing to embrace it when it can better serve our community. During the challenges of the pandemic, he made certain that the staff was safe, that we were paid, and that we were providing our community with the best services possible. What really makes him stand out is that month after month, year after year, decade after decade, he has defended the policies of the library, supported the staff during difficult times as well as in the great times. And he has been a steadfast advocate for our community so that we have a quality library that serves everyone. I thank all of the nominees for this award. What you do in your communities is critical. Your commitment and your encouragement means so very much. We cannot do it without you. It is my honor to introduce to you the winner of the 2021 Heart of a Champion Award from Rawson Memorial Library, Cass City, Mr. Lyle Clark.
I want to take time now to give my thanks for this beautiful gift of artwork to me. I don't believe it is all my own. There are a lot of people that are behind us that work with us. We have a real good board for the library at this time, and also some real good boards in the past. We also have a good library staff, and I've had the privilege of working with 3 different directors, which have been very good to work with. The community has been excellent in helping to build the library itself, and also I'd like to thank my township board, who has put up with me for a period of time, and I thank them, and also the Rawson family who built the original library, and I feel that this is a gift to everyone, and not my gift alone. And so for this bit of extra sunshine that you have sent to us, I want to thank you again.
The School Librarian of the Year celebrates and honors those who have championed school libraries through volunteerism, administrative support, and advocacy. Please welcome Kathy Lester to introduce and unveil this year's recipient of the School Librarian of the Year Award.
Hello, I'm Kathy Lester. I am the president-elect for the American Association for School Librarians and a school librarian in Plymouth Canton Community Schools. Today I'm here to talk about this year's School Library Award winner. Knowledgeable leader, thoughtful mentor, collaborative educator, generous and kind person. These are the things that come to mind when thinking about this year's School Library Award winner. This person has been a leader as a school librarian in her school district, Plymouth Canton, and a leader in the Michigan Association of Media and Education, having served in many roles, including Vice President of Regions and Special Interest Groups, Conference Chair, and President. She has served as an affiliate representative for both the American Association for School Librarians and the International Society for Technology and Education. She is currently an adjunct faculty member in Wayne State University School of Information Science, where she is able to share her knowledge and expertise as she teaches aspiring new school librarians. A focus of this person has always been to build collaborative relationships with other individuals, as well as other groups and organizations. And her calm yet professional demeanor has been key in MAME's ability to establish and maintain relationships with many organizations. I would like to congratulate this year's School Librarian of the Year recipient, Gwen Marchesano. Gwen, thank you for sharing your time, your expertise, and your generous spirit toward advancing the school library profession in our state.
Thank you, Michigan Library Association and Michigan Association for Media and Education. I was so surprised to receive this award, and it means so much to be acknowledged by my peers. My goal has always been to provide positive reading experiences for my students and to integrate digital citizenship, research, and technology into the school curriculum. I hope that my students are better prepared for their future and that their experiences with me will make them loyal users of their academic and public libraries in the future. This challenging year, I believe that all school librarians deserve this award. I'm proud of how our library community inspired and helped each other to adapt and improve our programs to meet the needs of our students, staff, and families. I'm thankful for the support and teamwork of my fellow Plymouth Canton School Library colleagues and Pioneer Middle School staff. I also have to acknowledge our administration that sees the value of certified school librarians and remains committed to maintaining strong school library programs despite challenges. But great school libraries and great school librarians shouldn't be the privilege of only some students based on their zip code. Please join me in using your influence and connections to make sure that all Michigan students have access to certified school librarians in their elementary, middle, and high schools. If you haven't caught on, I am so proud to be a school librarian. And as I retire from actively teaching middle school students, I'll continue to share my passion for librarianship with adults who are seeking to become school librarians through Wayne State University School of Information Sciences. Thank you so much for this award.
The State Librarian Citation of Excellence is awarded by the Library of Michigan Foundation and the Library of Michigan each year to highlight the importance of Michigan libraries' services. The Citation of Excellence Awards are supported by Martin L. Gibbs in memory of his late wife, Carol Sorensen, and the Library of Michigan Foundation in recognition of former Executive Director Carolyn Sparky Morley. to introduce and unveil one of the recipients of the Citation of Excellence, welcome State Librarian Randy Riley.
Hi, I'm Randy Riley, State Librarian at the Library of Michigan. And first off tonight, I would like to extend my congratulations to everyone that's being recognized with an award this evening. It's re-energizing to see all the great things happening across the state. So I congratulate all of you on your fantastic work. I also want to take a minute to thank the Library of Michigan Foundation. Without them, we would not be able to do the State Librarians Excellence Award. So thank you, Library of Michigan Foundation, and a special thank you to the individuals that participated on the State Librarians Excellence Award Selection Committee. You guys have a tough job going through the applications and narrowing it to 3 libraries that we recognize. So thank you for that hard work. Annually, the Library of Michigan does the State Librarians Excellence Award. We present 2 state librarians citations of excellence. Those awards, we have a handsome trophy that goes to those libraries to display in their library. And we also have a $1,000 check that's sent from the foundation that goes to those libraries. For the State Librarians Excellence Award winning library, they also get a handsome trophy to have and display in their library, and they receive a $3,000 check from the Library of Michigan Foundation. These are just small ways to say thank you and to recognize and encourage libraries to continue to do outstanding work serving their communities. The first State Librarian Citation of Excellence Award this year, it's made possible through a donation by one of the Library of Michigan board members, Marty Gibbs. He does this in memory of his wife, Carol Sorensen, and we are recognizing a Class 6 library with this Citation of Excellence. The selection committee was very impressed with this library's drive and desire to find new and significant ways to gather feedback and input from the community when they're looking at what their services would look like. They're responsive. When someone complained to them, what are you doing to help provide Spanish language assistance? They immediately set up a phone extension to answer Spanish language questions, and that has been quite successful. They created a COVID-19 resource page that is updated daily. They expanded their virtual programs to a new level. They started a new podcast to share information. They created distance learning study spaces for high schoolers in the library to make sure their needs were met. They have a number of partnerships with the local schools, with the NAACP, with the Community Action Agency of South Central Michigan, with a local Latin American Heritage Institute, and others. Having partnerships when expanding library programs is important to them. I am proud to recognize and say that a Citation of Excellence is being awarded to the Willard Library in Battle Creek, Michigan, and the director, Catherine Lucas. Congratulations, impressive work that you folks are doing.
Willard Library is truly honored to be recognized with the 2021 State Librarian Citation of Excellence Award. We have all experienced unique challenges due to the pandemic over the last 18 months. We're grateful to our staff for their creativity and commitment in serving our community in new and compassionate ways, and pay tribute to them in accepting this award. Listening to our community, we quickly retooled to offer a wide variety of virtual programming events. We featured story times for children and adults, and bilingual virtual author visits. Cooking shows were offered in English, Spanish, and Burmese languages. Yoga, fitness, DIY, and topical programs were live streamed simultaneously on multiple social media channels. We formed new partnerships with community organizations to distribute books and advance literacy, held community conversations to lean in and discuss racial justice, and offered a program in Burmese to process the military coup in Myanmar. We have been a part of the leadership team to explore expanding local broadband access and implemented the Talk to Text literacy program. Internally, our change team led the work to diversify our materials, broaden our programs, expand professional development, and examine library services and policies through a lens of diversity, equity, and inclusion. On behalf of the staff at Willard Library, our Board of Trustees, and the people of Battle Creek, I want to thank State Librarian Randy Riley and the Library of Michigan. It's truly an honor to receive this award in honor of Carolyn Mowry. A wholehearted thank you to the Library of Michigan, whose leadership has been instrumental in navigating the pandemic. Thank you.
The Francis H. Pletz Award for Excellence in Service to Youth is given annually to a Michigan library staff person who has made an outstanding contribution to the field of library service to youth throughout their career. To introduce and unveil this year's winner of the Francis H. Pletz Award for Excellence to Service to Youth, welcome Lance Werner.
My name is Lance Werner. I'm the Executive Director of the Kent District Library, and I am so happy to be here with you today. Sarah Magnuson is the recipient of the 2021 Francis H. Pletz Award for Excellence in Service to Youth. Since joining the Kent District Library as a youth librarian in 2007, Sarah, now a branch outreach and programming specialist, has dedicated herself to providing the highest quality library services, materials, and programs to the children of our communities. And she's made a profound difference. No doubt. She's a rock star. Sarah makes visits to local schools to ensure students are aware of the resources available to them with a KDL library card, and she works to promote programs and recommend great books to read. Sarah's at the forefront of dealing with the third grade reading crisis in Michigan. She coordinates quality library programming for the Krause Memorial, Nelson Township, and Spencer Township branches, and is always finding ways to perfect the balance of education and entertainment. Sarah presents engaging weekly story times at our Nelson Township branch, even recording virtual story times for our youngest patrons during the pandemic, which were hugely popular, by the way. She's just been fantastic. And I've been to some of her story times, and I've gotten whipped cream stains to prove it. She's often recognized by her young fans at the local grocery store who treat the encounter like a celebrity sighting, because it is. And she's very active and highly regarded in our communities and within our system. She serves on the Cedar Springs leadership team, a group of area agencies working together to promote knowledge of the resources available to those in need in the Cedar Springs community. She is our go-to person for planning kids' activities as part of the community events in the Sand Lake area, Nelson Township. And she creates imaginative children's activities, games, and crafts for the chamber to use as part of its community events. Sarah is active in the Michigan Library Association, most recently serving on a planning committee for the Spring Institute for 3 years and serving as chair of the committee for the past 2 years. Prior to that, Sarah served on MLA's Thumbs Up committee for 3 years. Sarah embodies the spirit of Francis H. Pletz Award for Excellence in Services to Youth. She's passionate about libraries, which is a huge understatement. Her dedication and commitment and enthusiasm are contagious, which is also a huge understatement. And her service to youth in our area has a lasting impact on our children as well as our communities. And as I said before, she's one of our champions in the fight against third grade reading in Michigan. We're lucky to have her, and congratulations, Sarah.
Everyone, and thank you all so much. I was so incredibly surprised to receive the notification from MLA. I had just come out of my first indoor story time in 18 months, and I found a letter letting me know that I had been nominated and won the Francis H. Pletz Award for Excellence in Service to Youth. And it means so much to me. I have spent the past 15 years planning and presenting programming at KDL, and learning from my fabulous coworkers what it means to create engaging and educational programs for our littlest library users to our really hard to reach teenagers. So I want to thank everybody. First of all, I want to thank my family for putting up with all of the hard work. My children were my guinea pigs, They let me read every picture book and test out every craft on them as I develop my programs for KDL. I want to thank my husband for believing in me when I went back for my master's with 3 elementary school children and all the chaos that ensues. And thank you to my parents for helping control that chaos while I finished up my master's program. I want to thank my management at KDL, Randy, Jennifer, Sarah. It was so wonderful to be nominated by you. It means the world to me to know that you think that highly of the work I do. And I want to thank the MLA staff, especially Rachel and Amber, for inviting me to grow my leadership skills by working on the youth training program with Spring Institute and designing networking and training programs for all the youth library staff in Michigan. And I want to thank all of my fabulous KDL coworkers, because without you, I would not have learned how to be excellent in youth services. So thank you all so much. I'm very honored.
The Library Support Staff of the Year Award recognizes a support staff professional who goes above and beyond to provide support at their library and who has advanced and strengthened the image of support staff. And now to introduce the winner of the 2021 Library Support Staff of the Year Award, welcome Sarah Rick.
My name is Sarah Rick, and I am proud to announce the winner of the MLA Support Staff of the Year Award. As you know, this award recognizes a support staff member who goes above and beyond for their library. I can assure you that this year's award winner has gone above and beyond for her library. 2020 was a difficult year for everyone as we had to adapt to new rules and various safety precautions. The Millington Arbela District Library was no different, however. During this time, the library was out a director, though. When the library was in dire need, this person stood up and became interim director during a pandemic. She continued to follow up with staff, created a reopening plan and a pandemic policy, made applications for the CARES Act grant, and found alternate ways to run the summer reading program and regular programming. This also happened when the library was finishing its building renovations. Also, like many other directors during this time, she did these tasks while also continuing operational tasks, creating managerial reports, and running board meetings. She did all this until a new director was hired in December 2020. Now, I am happy to announce this year's award winner, Amy Beckman.
With a background in education, I have always had a love for learning, and what better way to do that than through books. From a young age, I remember visiting my local library and checking out exactly 6 books. That was my limit. I am grateful to be working in libraries today. I'm thankful to have been at the Millington Arbela District Library for the past 2.5 years. I started working 1 to 2 days a week at the front desk and was promoted to assistant director in February of 2020 by taking on additional responsibilities as asked. After the relocation of our director to a new position, I was asked by the library board to step in as interim director in May of 2020. I stayed in this position until December of 2020 while trying to make the best decisions for my community during a pandemic. To say that I was nervous was an understatement, but I had a great and supportive staff and library board to help get me through. I invite the staff in Michigan libraries to challenge yourself and to try something that might feel uncomfortable. Those lessons learned may be invaluable in the future. I want to thank Millington Arbela District Libraries Director Sarah Rick and the library board for nominating me for this award. I also wish to send a shout out to the library staff for making it a joy to come to work every day. Thank you to God and my family and friends for supporting me throughout this journey in library world. I am honored to receive MLA's 2021 Library Support Staff of the Year Award. Thank you.
The Public Librarian of the Year Award recognizes outstanding library professionals that inspire people, provide innovative library service to their community, promote collaboration among libraries, and show evidence of personal and professional achievement, as well as initiative and creativity. To introduce the 2021 Public Librarian of the Year, please welcome Michelle Overweg-Spans.
Hi, I'm Michelle, Library Assistant at the Fenville District Library. It has been a privilege to take on the task of describing the heart that our nominee has for public libraries and their communities. Although highlighting only a few accomplishments does not give her career the attention that it deserves, we hope that this award will give everyone else a glimpse of what we have the honor of seeing every day. In 2019, this nominee worked diligently on writing a 3-year IMLS grant, providing us with the resources to work with the Telamon Migrant Head Start on a pilot program establishing literacy services to our migrant population. Our nominee also wrote a CARES Act grant, allowing us to offer hotspots to our patrons. The lack of quality internet access in our community keeps them in high demand. Because of this, she then submitted a grant to the ALA COVID Relief Fund. With this grant, we can add more hotspots, improve technology, and build a core collection of Spanish materials. The Fenville District Library was one of 34 libraries to be awarded this grant, and the only one in Michigan. Our nominee has brought our library to another level with her strong Midwest work ethic and her caring and personable character. Patrons and staff know they can trust her to always lead with integrity. Her dedication to providing literacy programs, materials, and technology to our large, underserved, and low-income population is admirable. On behalf of the library staff, board of directors, and patrons, it is my pleasure to introduce the winner of the 2021 Public Librarian of the Year from the Fenville District Library, our director, Teresa Klein.
Thank you, Michelle, for that wonderful introduction, and thank you to the Michigan Library Association's Award Committee. This award means the world to me. I was nominated by my library staff, a group of very talented and dedicated individuals. I could not do my job without them. We are a team in every sense of the word, and it is a joy to work alongside them each and every day. Thank you also to the patrons and organizations who wrote letters on my behalf. I will always cherish your kind words. Thank you to my colleagues at the Lakeland Library Cooperative. I've learned so much from all of you. I must also acknowledge the excellent education that I received at the University of Michigan. Michigan is second to none. Go Blue. I would also like to express my deepest appreciation to our library board. Thank you for providing me with rewarding and fulfilling work and allowing me to be creative and innovative without the fear of failing. I wish every library director could have an opportunity to work with all of you. I want to thank my parents for always encouraging my love of reading and learning, my late grandfather who would drive me every Saturday to a one-room public library that shared its space with the Village Hall. Thank you to my husband, Scott, for your wise counsel and support. You are the best. And finally, to my children, Betsy and Joe, I'm amazed at your accomplishments, and I hope you know everything I do for you. Thank you.
The State Librarian Citation of Excellence Award highlights the importance of Michigan Libraries' services. To introduce and unveil the second recipient of the Citation of Excellence, welcome again, State Librarian Randy Riley.
Hi, this is Randy Riley. I'm back to present the second State Librarian's Citation of Excellence Award. And this award is made possible by a donation from the Library of Michigan Foundation, honoring a past executive director, Carolyn Sparky Mowry. So thank you to the foundation for this award. But this award, we're recognizing a Class 4 library. And this library places a large focus on communication and connecting with their users. They're dedicated to finding the most appropriate way to reach and share information with their users, whether that be through newsletters, email, social media, phone calls, word of mouth. They're constantly trying to find that best way to have that conversation. They had a huge success transferring their annual art show into a virtual art show and having people go online to take a look at the art that was part of the production. They started a technologies loaning collection to reach new patrons during the pandemic. They've partnered with the local boys and girls clubs, donating retired laptops from the library to make sure that those children have access to computers. They've expanded their partnerships with Meals on Wheels to not just deliver the meals, but to deliver even more library materials to the front door of some of those people who have the hardest time visiting or accessing the library. A citation of excellence this year, I am happy to announce, goes to Auburn Hills Public Library and their director, Lawrence Marble. Congratulations for all of your great work.
The Auburn Hills Public Library would like to thank the Library of Michigan for honoring us with the State Librarian Citation of Excellence Award. The pandemic created challenges for libraries, and our team had to go above and beyond our standard services to reach the residents of Auburn Hills. Thank you to our incredible staff who stood together and worked hard at a common goal of connecting with our community to offer excellent service and support. Our staff reached out to homebound seniors during the lockdown to remind them that we were here to help. From these simple phone calls grew a co-sponsored partnership with our local Auburn Hills Senior Center, setting up a phone pal program where volunteers adopted a senior who they would call periodically to check in on them. Another ongoing partnership the library has with the Senior Center is their Meals on Wheels program. During the pandemic, they lost many volunteers, and we had to step up to help because it was more crucial to get food to homebound residents. Two popular annual events we reworked to accommodate the program virtually. This included our Art in the Hills art show and Battle of the Books. Working with our local teachers, our tween librarian was able to hold a virtual battle. The art show was held virtually in 2020, but this year we look forward to having it back in the building where we can showcase local artists and people can see the art in person. This year, the Auburn Hills Public Library celebrates 35 years of service, and we want to thank our residents, community leaders, and organizations for all their support. As always, serving the public to the best of our ability remains priority one. Again, we thank you for selecting the Auburn Hills Public Library for this award.
The Rising Star Award recognizes a librarian who shows leadership early in their career. While new to the profession, winners of this award are forward-thinking, expand the role of librarian, and move libraries into the future. Now to introduce and unveil this year's Rising Star, please welcome Kelly Flynn.
She's impressive in every way. Her knowledge of literacy issues, her technical skills, personality, work ethic, and leadership qualities are all absolutely stellar. She deserves this honor because already in her young career, she is an exceptional role model. Hired in the middle of a pandemic, she has still managed to make a huge impact on our patrons, programs, libraries, and community. Each of her virtual story times is a perfectly executed lesson that is endearing, lively, and educational. They not only incorporate talk, sing, read, write, and play, but also yoga and ASL, and have hundreds of views on social media. Then she publishes the details of each story time on her blog so caregivers can model the story time at home. Her on-screen presence is charismatic, warm, and reassuring. Her attention to detail is flawless, and her technical skills are equal to her on-camera ability. From day one, she has handled all of her own camera work and editing. Plus, she is creative, resourceful, and consistently ups her own game. This past summer, she took her story time on the road, filming herself with chickens, a ferret, a baby squirrel, a bird, pet rats, a cow, and horses. But Storytime is just one part of being a youth librarian. She also excels in youth programming for all ages, escape rooms, game nights, STEAM challenges, and financial literacy kits, to name a few. She's the only youth services librarian in our 19-branch system, and yet she leaves no one out. She's done virtual library tours, promo videos, class visits, community literacy meetings, seasonal reading challenges. The list goes on and on. She exemplifies everything we want in a youth services librarian: enthusiasm, creativity, compassion, and expertise. This young librarian is doing great things for our community and will ultimately be a literacy leader for the state of Michigan. I am proud to work with her. It is now my pleasure to introduce the winner of the 2021 Rising Star Award from the Genesee District Library, Marissa Beauclair.
Hi everyone! In my typical storytime fashion, friends, it's time to look in our mystery box. Oh. Thank you so much to the MLA Awards Committee. This is such an honor. I started my first ever librarian position a year ago at the Genesee District Library. Without the opportunities provided from MLA and the Library of Michigan for individual, community, and societal growth, I would not be where I am today. Thank you to my fearless leader, Kelly Flynn, for nominating me for this award. You've been so supportive and encouraging in letting me try new ways to grow library services. Thank you to my mentors and colleagues, Becky LaBeouf from DTDL, mentor, supervisor, colleague, friend. You've played many roles in my life. You've taught me mindfulness, balance, and how to meet community needs in a meaningful, inclusive, and efficient way. Tom Moore from Cattle, thank you for inspiring me to think critically and creatively. I love bouncing those "but what if" ideas around with you. Josefa Rogetsky from DDL, you've taught me that big ideas can usually be bigger and how to get staff and community involved in those often unconventional ideas. To all the coworkers and friends I didn't name, you are all amazing and are shaping me in ways I'm still discovering. I came across this inspiring quote, source unknown: create to connect to the people who need you because they are out there. Create in your way because there is no right way. Take the pressure off and focus on your unique brand of magic. That's what I love about this profession. The job is what we make of it based on our own passions, community needs, and the support we have. I am so privileged to have such a wonderful support system who lifts me up. I realize that's not the case for everyone, and we need to change that because we are all doing the hard work. So reach out, let's collaborate and support each other.
This Academic Librarian of the Year recognizes the outstanding accomplishments of a librarian or library administrator and their contribution to their institution and academic libraries within the academic year 2021. Now to introduce the Academic Librarian of the Year, welcome David Vada.
Hi, I'm David Voda. This year's recipient of the Academic Librarian of the Year Award played an active role with the Michigan Academic Library Association even before its inception, serving as a founding member of the organization's steering committee and on the interim board. Over the past 6 years, she's taken on numerous roles on the board, including president. After her presidency, she continued to serve by shouldering additional responsibilities. Some of those include co-hosting the 2018 annual conference, playing an active role on the advocacy committee, leading the administration section, and currently as treasurer. She is active in national organizations as a member of the Association of College and Research Libraries Chapters Council, was chair in 2017 and 18, and the Reference and User Services Division of ALA. She currently serves on the ALA Committee for Library Advocacy, as well as chairing the ACRL Leadership Recruitment and Nomination Committee. She has shared her expertise at national and international conferences. Throughout her time with Michigan State University Libraries, she has continually gone above and beyond in service to her institution and to the profession. She represents MSU as a member of the Big Ten Academic Alliance Heads of Reference and was chair of the Faculty Affairs Committee and chair of the MSU Libraries Visioning Committee. She is a mentor to many, someone who readily shares her knowledge. She is an advocate for all library types and has personally helped me become a better librarian. She raises the bar for all of us and helps us get over that bar. It's my great pleasure to introduce the recipient of the 2021 Academic Librarian of the Year, someone I'm proud to call friend, Rachel Minkin.
I am so honored and just tickled to receive the 2021 Academic Librarian of the Year Award. Look at this thing. It's great, right? I don't know how well it shows up on screen, but it's got some heft. Like I can totally tell I won a thing. So look, I want to get in some thank yous while I'm here. Thank you, Michigan Library Association, for hosting this beautiful event and for all the legwork that went into pulling this together. Thank you also to my dear colleagues in the Michigan Academic Library Association. You've provided a wonderful space for me to professionally thrive. My career is entwined with Miala, and I don't think I'd be here without you, especially my friend David Voda, who nominated me. Thanks, David. Speaking of entwined, through Miala and through MLA, I have a supportive professional network that crisscrosses this entire state of Michigan. And through this network, I have made a lot of professional connections. I received some sage advice, and have made some amazing friends. I'm firmly entrenched in this statewide library ecosystem, and I am waving to my friends at the Library of Michigan and at the Michigan Association for Media and Education. I'm thankful for you. Thank you also to my wonderfully supportive colleagues at Michigan State University Libraries. You have challenged me to become a better librarian and allowed me the space to become a better administrator. Special thanks to Dean Joe Salem and Assistant Dean Terry Miller. Thanks to you, I've had all the opportunities to increase my own professional knowledge and to impact academic librarianship worldwide. Finally, super shout out to my family, Abe, Mom, kids. Thanks for picking up the slack when I was off to one meeting or another. Definitely a team effort, although I'm not sharing this. Thank you, all of you, for this.
The Legislator of the Year is awarded to elected officials in recognition of outstanding leadership in promoting libraries and supporting legislation or amendments that advance our legislative goals. And now, to introduce the State Legislator of the Year, welcome Val Meyerson.
Hi, I'm Val Meyerson, the Library Director at the Petoskey District Library. It gives me great pleasure to honor a staunch supporter of libraries in Michigan. As the subcommittee chairman of the Department of Education Appropriations budget, this Michigan senator has been instrumental over the past 2 years in adding close to $2 million to the state aid line item. These kinds of increases take determination, time, and lots of hard work. And the Michigan library community is grateful for all he does for us. He is a true library ambassador for his unwavering commitment to the health and well-being of our libraries. Our nominee lives in Traverse City and is very active in his district, which encompasses northern Michigan and the Upper Peninsula. As one of his constituents in the 37th Senate District, I am so pleased to acknowledge his contribution. It is our honor to recognize Michigan Senator Wayne Schmidt.
October is Michigan's Library Appreciation Month. Did you know Michigan's 396 public libraries checked out more than 57 million items like books, movies, music, and close to 12 million electronic materials? In 2020, over 33 million people visited libraries in person and 55 million people visited virtually. Libraries also provided Wi-Fi that is used by countless families in need. I'm Senator Wayne Schmidt, and as chair of the K-12 and the Michigan Department of Education budgets, I worked hard to secure additional funding for public libraries in this upcoming budget. Libraries are an essential part of our communities, and that's why it is so important to increase funding so they can continue providing these services for residents. Like many of us, Michigan libraries had to change how they did things during the pandemic. Thankfully, they quickly adapted by offering curbside and over-the-phone reference services. These are just a few of the examples of the many things our public, school, and academic libraries did for our communities, residents, and students. Again, I want to personally say thank you to all the librarians, their staff, and the communities for their dedication to their patrons. It is truly an honor to be recognized again as the Michigan Library Association's Legislator of the Year. I greatly appreciate the honor and thank you very much.
The Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes a deserving librarian for their distinguished service to the library profession over the course of their career. Throughout their career, winners of the Lifetime Achievement Award have sustained a strong and consistent body of work, demonstrated leadership in their community and in the profession, mentoring and empowering library staff, providing innovative service to their community, and enhancing the image and visibility of the library. They promote collaboration among libraries and librarians and have been a catalyst in special areas such as intellectual freedom, library innovation, outreach, and equity, diversity, and inclusion. And now, to introduce the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome Jessica Kaiser.
It is my great honor to nominate Peggy Kitchell for the Michigan Library Association Lifetime Achievement Award. Peggy earned her Master of Library Science degree from the University of Michigan and began her career at the Canton Public Library in 1981. She was hired as a children's librarian at the Grosse Pointe Public Library in 1985, where she's currently the assistant director. Over the course of her career, she has held several diverse roles, including technical services and adult services librarian positions at all three of our Grosse Pointe Public Library branches. She is currently the assistant director of the library and my right-hand woman. The numerous roles that Peggy has held speak to her versatility and adaptability as a professional. She's remained committed to professional development and lifelong learning throughout her career and active in the Michigan Library Association. Peggy serves as the library administration liaison to our Friends group, a role that she executes with great dedication and diplomacy. As is true for many libraries, this role requires finesse in getting groups to see eye to eye. And with Peggy's tenacity and institutional knowledge, she helped steer the Friends into a more congenial relationship with the library. And at GPPL, we developed a strategic plan in 2017. And one element of the plan that Peggy really embraced is the goal of having all staff at all levels involved in professional development. So she is always proactively looking for opportunities for all different staff to develop their skills, and things from technical skills all the way to things like stress relief and stress management and things that help us not only in our professional roles, but in our personal lives as well. Peggy has served as a mentor to countless librarians who have worked at the library over the years. And she has been an inspiration to community members as well. And one story I like to share is early on when I was starting at the library, we were at an event at one of the local parks, and a young mom came up and said, "Mrs. Kitchell, you're my librarian." And this is a grown woman who remembered going to Peggy's story times when she was a little girl, and now she has her young kids that she brings to the story times. And she recognized Peggy after all these years. So that's just one example of a life that Peggy has touched. So I can't think of anyone more deserving of a Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you to Peggy for her dedication to the field for all these years.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to receive the MLA Lifetime Achievement Award. I love being a librarian, and I have had a wonderful career. I would like to thank the award selection work group, not only for this prestigious award, but for your time and commitment. A special thank you to my director, Jessica Kaiser, for nominating me for this award. I am sure she had help from Kim Hart and Mary Short and many others. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Ed Alata, Kathleen Gallagher, Christina Curry, Aubrey, and Elizabeth Vogel all wrote heartfelt and moving letters of support. I am humbled by your kind words. Thank you so much. And thank you, MLA, for the many opportunities for professional growth and for being a partner, resource, and advocate for Michigan libraries. I am proud to be a member. I would also like to thank the Library Board of Trustees, everyone I have ever worked with at Central, Ewald, and Woods, the Library Foundation, the Friends of the Library, and the Grosse Pointe community. Thank you everyone for your support and for supporting your library. Huge thanks to Jessica and the leadership team. You're the best. I love working with you. I am thrilled to receive the MLA Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you so much.
The State Librarian's Excellence Award highlights the importance of Michigan Libraries services and recognizes an exemplary library for their commitment to excellence. The State Librarian's Excellence Award is sponsored by the Roger and June B. Mendel Fund to the Library of Michigan Foundation. To introduce and unveil the winner of the State Librarian's Excellence Award, welcome once again State Librarian Randy Riley.
Hi, this is Randy Riley. I'm back again, and I'm excited about announcing this year's State Librarian's Excellence Award recipient. But before I do that, I would again like to take a moment and thank all of the applicants for the State Librarian's Excellence Award. It is extremely difficult to make these choices, and all of you should be very pleased about the services that you're providing and understand that the hard work that you are doing at your library does not go unnoticed. The State Librarian's Excellence Award is made possible because of a generous donation by Roger Mendel through the Roger and June Mendel Fund. And because of that, this award happened. So thank you, Roger. Thank you for your support of our program. Thank you for your friendship. And thank you for the leadership that you provided for Michigan Libraries for years and years. It is greatly appreciated. This year, we are recognizing a Class 1 library, which is the smallest libraries that we have. And committee members said, looking at this library's application, about they do more than what a lot of Class 6 libraries are doing in the state. And we're just very impressed by the number of events, the number of programs, the number of things that this library had going on. COVID seemed to just help them and strengthen them and their connections to their community. And they found ways to make things work. It was impressed, the committee was impressed, and several people commented on the staff of this library would make personal phone calls to the regulars if they hadn't seen them around town or heard from them lately, just to check on them to make sure they were doing okay. You know, they focused on overdrive training and making it approachable for seniors and people who are living in long-term care facilities, trying to make sure that access was not deprived to those people. They offered curbside and lockers outside of the library, but they also started home deliveries. So they would take it right to your doorstep if that's what you needed. They expanded their virtual programming, and the staff in a class 1, there's not a lot of them, had to take the effort to learn all of those tools and make sure they use them effectively. They expanded Wi-Fi access to 24/7 and made the library's parking lot the place to be in this town to get access to Wi-Fi. They also worked with the village to make sure some additional benches were positioned outside the library so that people could sit down outside the library and still have great access to Wi-Fi. They have a strong partnership with the local school. They worked with their local chamber of commerce, trying to help businesses develop websites that would limit the negative impacts that those buildings may have felt during the COVID pandemic. One of their supporters stated, "It's small in size, but large in heart." The staff are amazing with kids and have great relationships with the community members. They provide a beacon of positivity through dark times, and may all of our libraries function as that beacon of light in our communities. But I am so proud and so excited to announce that the 2021 recipient of the State Librarians Excellence Award is recognizing Bel Air Public Library and their director, Cindy Place. Congratulations for your great work. You all should be proud of what you're doing in Bel Air.
Hello, I'm Cindy Place, Library Director at Bel Air Public Library. Knowing how hard all the libraries in Michigan worked to overcome obstacles and find new and inventive ways to serve their patrons and communities during a pandemic, we at Bel Air Public Library are especially honored to receive this year's State Librarians Excellence Award. We want to thank the Library of Michigan staff for being our beacon of light when we were feeling a little bit lost. All the Michigan libraries who shared their thoughts and advice during directors' Zoom meetings, through the listserv, or even when they received a panic telephone call from a library director with 2 weeks of experience who had no idea how to navigate the politics and policies of a worldwide pandemic. We need to thank our amazing board of directors who trusted us to make decisions on the fly and support us in all the work we are doing to serve the Bel Air community. Thank you to our friends of the library whose funding efforts over the years has allowed us to provide awesome programs. And to our patrons and community, we thank you all for your support and encouragement. I personally want to thank 2 of my mentors, Cheryl Mays and Monica Peck. You have both kept me sane and listened patiently to my ramblings while offering invaluable advice. Thank you. Most of all, I want to thank the staff at Bel Air Public Library. Yvonne Stevens, Nikki Vandenheuvel, Dawn DeHeer, Jessie Reed, Sarah June Toon, and Grace Robinson. When we found ourselves locked out of our own building, the staff at BPL met virtually and figured out how to get reading materials to patrons, do wellness checks on some of our older patrons, and look for innovative ways to keep our tween and teen population connected. Many of our ideas are not original. We borrow from the best. What makes BPL exceptional is the friendly atmosphere, the welcoming smiles, and the staff's unparalleled willingness to implement whatever crazy idea I've proposed, for adding their new and fresh ideas, and for just being the backbone and heart of this little rural library we call home. Thank you.
What an exciting night. Again, congratulations to all the winners. I hope you get to use your award like I have for free stuff. It's about time that librarians get free stuff in the community. Can I get an amen? All right, so I want to once again recognize our host organizations, Michigan Library Association, the Library of Michigan, and the Library of Michigan Foundation, Michigan Association for Media in Education, and the Michigan Academic Library Association. I want to thank you again for joining us. It's been a great night. You can go take your tuxedos off or your long evening gowns. Tonight I am wearing a Costco shirt from Costco, and I think this is a coat from the Salvation Army. So that's who sponsored my wardrobe tonight. So We'll see you again next year at the Michigan Library Awards, which will hopefully be handed out in person. This has been fun, but you know, I want to party in person. I know about you, and I want to see Roger Mendel dance in person. That's what it's all about. So thanks again. My name is Kevin King from the Kalamazoo Public Library, and can't wait to see you live and in person. See you later.
Bonjour, Ann Heidemann and Dishnakas, Saginaw Chippewa Akin and Dojava. My name is Ann Heidemann, and I serve as the tribal librarian for the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe of Michigan. I'm excited to congratulate all of the award recipients. Well done!
Hi, Marissa. Congratulations on receiving the 2021 MLA Rising Star Award. You are so deserving of this recognition, and you truly represent the spirit of this award. I loved our time working together at the Delta Township District Library. I'm always so impressed by your boundless creativity and enthusiasm, and you are beloved by the kids and families that you serve. You bring joy to your work and to all those around you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mom, on being named the Public Librarian of the Year. I'm so proud of you and so happy that your hard work is being recognized. Congratulations again.
Hello, my name is Dylan Geschel of the MLA Board of Directors. I just wanted to take a few seconds to give a shout out and congratulate all of the MLA award winners this year. Thanks for all you do in service to libraries and patrons all over the state of Michigan. Congratulations.
Congratulations! Hi, Marissa. I am so proud of you, and I'm not the only one. The girls also wanted to say that they are so proud of you and all your hard work, and good job getting that award.
Hi, my name is Joe Salem, and I serve as Dean of Libraries at Michigan State University. I have the pleasure of working with this year's Michigan Academic Librarian of the Year, Rachel Minkin, and so it is with great gratitude for that opportunity that I share this message of congratulations. Thank you, Rachel, for making MSU a better place to live, work, and learn, and for making our profession both impactful and fulfilling. You're a great colleague, and this recognition is most well-deserved.
Hi, congratulations, Mom, on being the Michigan Public Librarian of the Year.
Well, hey! Congratulations, Marissa. I'm so excited for you. It's wonderful that you're being recognized for your work with this award from MLA for being the rising star this year. Of course, you've been a brilliant shining star in a constellation for us over the past years. It's been such an honor to work with you. It's always been fun. You have such a wonderful sense of humor, and I have so many memories of our silly programs and fun programs together. Of course, the patrons adore you. You are compassionate and caring, and you offer so many wonderful ideas for programs for people. You have them at your heart, and you are so deserving of this award. And I wish you every opportunity and luck for the future. We love you, Marissa. Congratulations.
Yay, Rachel! Congratulations on being named MLA's 2021 Michigan Academic Librarian of the Year. Such a well-deserved honor. Thank you for everything that you do for the state and for our profession.
Rachel, congratulations. It's been such a pleasure to work with you on the ALA's board these past few years. Your energy and enthusiasm makes going to meetings fun. Thank you for all you do. Congrats.
Congratulations to all the winners. Your dedication to our profession does not go unnoticed. We appreciate every day what you do for your patrons, your libraries, and your communities. And a special congratulations to Lyle Clark. He has the biggest heart of a champion that I know. Congratulations, everybody.
Hi, Teresa. Congratulations. You really deserve this award. You're an amazing library director, and we all appreciate you, just like the patrons, the staff, everybody loves you, and congratulations. Bye.
Congratulations, Teresa.
Congratulations, Teresa. Thank you for everything that you do for us.
Congratulations, Teresa.
We're really proud of you, Teresa. Words can't describe how proud we are. Thank you for all the hard work that you have done for the library, our patrons, and our staff. I don't know where we would be without you. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much. You deserve it. You deserve it. We're so proud of you. Congrats.
Congratulations are going out to Teresa today for being selected as the MLA Public Librarian of the Year. We are so proud of you here at the Fenville District Library. Congratulations, Teresa.
Congratulations, Teresa.
Congratulations, Teresa.
Hey Teresa, congratulations on winning the Michigan Library Association Public Librarian of the Year. It has been an honor and a privilege to work with you at the Fenville District Library.
Hi Marissa.
Hi, sweetheart.
Just want to congratulate you on your award that you won.
You've worked very hard.
And we love you very much, and you keep up the good work.
Very
And
proud.
Good things will come to you.
Very proud. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lyle. You have the heart of a champion.
Marissa, congratulations on winning the MLA's 2021 Up and Comer Award, Rising Star. We are so proud of you and so glad to have you on Team GDL. You've done a great job coming in during a difficult time with COVID-19, and wow, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Marissa. You really deserve this. You definitely are a rising star, and you really hit the ground running in the middle of a pandemic here, and you weren't intimidated at all. And we're just so glad to have you and all the ideas and joy and enthusiasm that you bring. So congratulations.
Marissa, you bring so much skill and joy to everything you do. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Marissa. I'm so happy for you, and I'm so glad that you work here at the GDL.
Congratulations, Rachel, on the Michigan Academic Librarians of the Year Award 2021. This is your year.
Congratulations, Rachel. It's not surprising that you were chosen as this year's Mayala's Academic Librarian of the Year. I can't believe I don't have to record this same message for you every year. Rachel is definitely a most deserving recipient of the honor. As I work with programs and professionals across the state, she's always standing out as someone going above and beyond to support the work of Michigan Academic Libraries. I'm excited she's being honored tonight and most appreciative that I'm able to call her a colleague and friend. Now don't forget, Rachel, you can keep the statuette, but I have ideas for the cash.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Davis of the Midwest Collaborative for Library Services. I want to join the chorus of congratulations to Rachel Minkin on her selection as Librarian of the Year. Rachel is a caring, competent, and dedicated librarian whose work has benefited students, faculty colleagues, and librarians throughout the state of Michigan. You are most deserving of this honor, Rachel. Congratulations. Enjoy and celebrate.
On behalf of MLA, congratulations to all of our award winners. Thank you for the talents you share and the services you so diligently offer to our state. You are simply mid-tenacious. That's right, I made up a word just for you. Boom! Mid-ten plus tenacious equals mid-tenacious. Congratulations.